thank you for joining us under these difficult circumstances of the COVID and the lockdown. So I appreciate you taking the time, and I must say the risk coming all the way from those who come from afar. We know the reason why we're gathered here today. I don't want it to be too complicated, but we might have our own views on what is happening. As far as I'm concerned, it's very important to me, and I believe that the only way to make a fool of yourself is to forget where you come from. The value we have cannot be divorced from our history. So we're just, so many things that we do, we think we understand, but mainly we do because we've seen our parents, our grandparents do the same. And the institution of marriage, it's something that cannot be taken lightly. Although we live in a modern world, this is something that retains a very important value for everyone who decide to commit to that. Nobody is forced to get married, but when you decide, there are certain principles that you have to adhere to. So I might speak in a language that does not make much sense, but I've been told that there is about your visit. So I would like to know now why you guys have come here.
Okay, thank you very much for receiving us. It's a great honour, and thank you all for coming, making the effort to come here today. This is a very special day for us. It's not something that has been taken lightly. And as Theo says, tradition to us is most important. We're Catholics, we just happen to be Catholics. And in the Catholic faith in particular, there are two pillars. Tradition is one of them, scripture is the other. But scripture and tradition are equal in the faith. So tradition has been handed down from the early church fathers right for the last 2,000 years, unchanged to us, is something that is paramount for us to carry on. And we recognise, especially in our family, because I was born British, Mary Claire was born Cameroonian, so there are two cultures. And we recognise that, especially when you move to another country, in Britain, that tradition has to be carried on. Otherwise, even if a little bit isn't, it will be diluted. And then maybe not the next generation, but the generation after, they won't remember it. And it's incredibly important that they carry it on. Especially in today's Western liberal democracy, where if you listen to some politicians, you know, their idea of a family is 3 people sharing a fridge. Well, you know, give me a break. It doesn't matter what culture you come from. The family is the bedrock of the society, and that is marriage between a man and a woman and the offspring. That's a family. So the reason we are here is because our son Manu came to us and he said that he'd found something exquisite in our house, something marvellous, a blessing. And I am here to respectfully request your permission for him to take that very special, exquisite thing for himself. And I think Manu has some words to say as well.
First of all, thank you for everyone being here today. It makes me really happy. As you have heard my stepdad talking earlier, so I went to him and I told him about Fortune, and I went to my mom as well. So obviously they told me the best thing to do is to come to Fortune that I'm always taking care after her, and obviously and ask them what they need. So as Uncle Theo just said earlier, so the best thing for me to do was to bring my parents to ask Fortune hand. No. So for me it would be very amazing to take her hand and spend my days with her. You know, make me truly happy, but of course with the concern of the one that looking after her. So that's what I'm here for today.
Thank you very much. Well, it takes a man to